Hello everyone, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. 40 weeks tomorrow and still pregnant. Nope, baby boy has not yet come. His due date is tomorrow and there is still no sign of him. So, tick tock. To be honest, I did have a slight wobble earlier. I got a little bit emotional about it. I think it was just because the midwives and the doctors all seemed to think that he was going to make this early appearance. So in my head, I kind of worked myself up to the fact that he was going to be early and by now he would be in my arms, and the fact that I'm just, it's my second week, the end of my second week of maternity leave now, and I still don't have my baby boy. I think I'm only doing about 9 months of maternity leave, not a full year, so to think that half a month of my maternity leave is already over, it's a bit disheartening, because obviously I wanted as much time with baby as possible. So it's not the nicest. I definitely commend every mother who has been there before me and has had to go through the waiting process of waiting for your baby. It's not easy at all. It can definitely fuel your emotions in the wrong way, and a lot of people are saying, to naturally induce labour you can try all these little tricks that I've been trying that just don't work. I've literally tried them all. The only real big trick that people seem to say is oxytocin. Get release as much of that as possible, which comes from things like making love, physical touch, laughter, that kind of thing. And you know what? For the most part, right now, luring Anthony upstairs in my ginormousness just doesn't sound very appealing to either of us, I think. So, So it's just funny how they say, what gets the baby in there is what's going to get them out. But it kind of takes the romance away when you think about oh well, if I say, well, let's do that now, then it's basically let's just do it because we want the baby out, not because we want to enjoy each other. So it's kind of kills the mood a little bit. So I'm just, I guess I'm a bit fed up and frustrated today, to be very honest. Something that has happened is the top of my tummy over here is really soft now, so he's definitely gone lower, which is nice. There's a big bag of clothes for him over, I don't know how to do that, over there, that my photographer from my maternity shoot actually just dropped off this morning, because she has 2 little boys herself, and she doesn't need those sizes anymore, so I've got a big bunch of clothes to go through in a minute. But I woke up this morning, and while my stomach has been really soft at the top, it was really hard again this morning, but throughout the day as I've moved around and stuff, it's softened and he's gone lower again, so I think he just switches his position. I thought maybe the fact that my stomach was getting all soft at the top might mean something, but no luck yet. There's really not anything else to update you on, to be very honest, baby wise. I'm just a little bit gutted. There's still a chance that I could go into labour tonight and baby could be here tomorrow for his due date, but somehow I just don't think that that's going to be happening now. My next prediction is, if it doesn't happen tonight, which I just don't feel like it will, I just don't feel like anything in my body is suggesting that something might be happening, though some people say that they literally didn't feel anything until their first contraction, so who knows. But my next prediction is the 8th of August, because 8 is my favourite number, and to have a baby on the 8th of the 8th just sounds pretty cool to me. So that's my next prediction. We'll see how accurate that is. So far I have not been accurate at all. I was so convinced he was going to be a July baby, but just have to wait and see now. It's such a horrible waiting game at the end, but I would do it all over again, definitely. Even the hardships that have been going on, the stretch marks, the pain, the discomfort, the carpal tunnel in my hands, which is excruciating in the middle of the night, in the morning, the swollen feet, the hemorrhoids, the lack of sleep, insomnia, everything, I would do it again, because for the most part, despite all of that, I have loved being pregnant, and I know that soon enough baby is going to be in my arms, and it will, when he's ready, he will come out, and he'll be, ready for all the cuddles and love that we have to give him. So I just keep trying to remind myself of that. For the rest of today, what I plan on doing is, I've got some syringes left, so I'll be collecting some colostrum in a minute, and hopefully that's some nipple stimulation, which could help induce something, though I've been doing colostrum collecting almost every day, and it's not done anything yet. But it's been getting progressively better, I have to say. The other day when I did it last, it was the best day I've had. I almost got an entire full syringe, which was really good. And I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that my right breast is struggling more to produce than my left. Left is just like on demand. All I have to do is like go, and then bunches come out. But yeah, the right one seemed to be faring better the other day, which was good. So we'll see how I do with that later on today. I am getting a pizza later on, something just nice and satisfying. It's a Friday, so why not have a little bit of a takeaway? And then most of today, and until Anthony finishes work, he's downstairs at the moment, I have been reading Antigone, which is one of the course books, the set books in my BA Honours History degree with the Open University. I think I mentioned the course only starts in October, but obviously I'm going to have a baby then, and I don't know exactly how much time I'm going to be having on my hands at all. This is all brand new stuff to me. So to juggle, a newborn and studying for the first time is going to be quite overwhelming. So I thought, okay, well, let me get a head start. So I ordered the 3 set books, and only Antigone's arrived so far, which is a Greek play. I started that this morning in bed with a lovely cup of decaf coffee, and so far what it's about is these 2 brothers. It opens with these 2 brothers that have killed themselves, or killed each other fighting for the throne and being king, and their sister Antigone wants to give one called Polynices a correct burial. The new king, that Creon, he takes over the throne because both the other brothers are died now. He was their uncle. He has taken over the throne, and he has now condemned the Polynices brother to have his body just kind of left out in the open for animals to kind of come and destroy and feast on, and kind of be made an example of, because he was disrespecting the state and the laws and things like that. He was trying to take over when he really shouldn't have been. He wanted to come and destroy the land and things, but Antigone, the sister, she loved her brother very much, and so despite the fact that he did something that was wrong from what law had told everyone to do, she was convinced, no, she has to give him a correct burial. That's more important to her than following the law. So she tries to kind of cover his body up with some dust and stuff, and she gets caught. And so the new king, Creon, condemns her to death, but she is engaged to Creon's son, who I can't remember, it begins with an H. I don't know if it's in here. No, it's not on this page. Hammond something or something. He has a big argument with his father and says that he's never going to see him again. He said that he'll always be on his father's side, but he knows that Antigone did what she did out of a place of morality, or like moral high grounds and stuff like that, and just human decency. But the king is just not having it and not happy about it. So that's basically where I am in the book now. Antigone has a sister called Ismene, and she tried to falsely confess to having something to do with burying the brother Polynices as well, even though when Antigone had asked her for help, she said no. She was just not going to do that and break the law and stuff. But then she wanted to fight with her sister until the end, and her sister's like, no, just don't. To be very honest with you, so far, because I don't know, I've never really read plays and stuff before. I feel like Antigone's not, I don't know, she's very stubborn, and not very nice to her sister, and her sister's just full of so much love and compassion for her. And I'm very interested when I get my BA Honours History course material, as to how they're going to make us study this play, and what kind of questions they're going to ask us to to interpret from the play and stuff like that. It's not the longest play in the world, it's 55 pages long, and yeah, I'm just very interested to kind of figure out the depth behind it. I know that it's got a lot to do with like moral high grounds and things like that, and questioning like what would you do in that kind of situation, but it's just a surprising pick, I think, as as old and as historical as this play is. I'm not, I'm not finished it yet, but it's a different kind of play so far for me. Not one that I would have picked up, I think, unless I had started this history degree. But what I'm going to do is finish it, and then go and write a little review on it on Goodreads. And then I'm sure, when I get my history course material come October and I start studying it properly, my whole view might change. So I find that quite fascinating to think like what I think of the book now and the play now. How is that going to adapt and change over time as I discover more about it and actually dive in depth into the intricacies of it that maybe I'm missing. That's just going to be a fascinating thing, isn't it? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I just decided that I should try and read these set books before October, before the course starts, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have, and I just feel like it's a good idea to familiarise myself with it, so that when it comes to actually studying and doing the course, I can focus more on the textbooks than taking the time to read, which might stress me out with a new baby. But we'll see. The other book that I am still reading is Anna of Cleves. I am definitely over halfway now. I've probably got about 200 pages left to go of the book, so that's really nice. I'll probably take a tiny break from the Tudors again, before going on to Catherine Howard's book, because I'll be probably trying to focus on my BA Honours History course, but we'll see how we go. That is basically it. 40 weeks. I thought it was going to be a bit more of like an exciting video for you today, and maybe even show you a little hand or a foot of a baby that was in my arms, but unfortunately not. Not yet, though there is time. He will come when he's ready, as everyone keeps reminding me, so I just need to try and be patient, which is not one of my strong suits. So anyway, I will keep updating you as and when I can. Is this going to be my last video before baby comes? Who knows? Tomorrow I have a stretch and sweep at the hospital, which I am slightly dreading, but who knows how I'll feel about it. I've had, normally if I have like a gynae appointment and stuff, I really don't like them. I don't like that clamp. It feels like a violation of your body. I'm quite squeamish with people like touching my insides and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not going to be the most wonderful way to spend his due date tomorrow, but I'm still, part of me is just keeping my fingers crossed that he decides to come in the middle of the night tonight. Just naturally, contractions start, waters break, the hospital says, yes, come in and let's go. That would be the ideal situation for me, but who knows? I mean, his initial due date when we had our very first scan was the 8th of August, which is the predicted date that I'd like to now give birth to him if it doesn't happen tomorrow. And then when we went for the next scan, they changed it to the 5th of August. So I don't know why they would change it for just 3 days. That just seems a bit wild to me, that it's just such a small amount of time, but who knows? I was looking in my midwife book earlier today, and at 38 weeks, baby was already 7 pounds 7 ounces. That was 2 weeks ago. My body's going to be so ruined. Yay. I'm scared. But we're doing this. We are doing this. He's got to come out now. Sometimes it's crazy. I'll just be chilling and I can feel him, his whole back from here to down here, and I'm just how on earth are you coming out of there? It's petrifying. And somehow I've got this state of calm about me now, kind of. God knows how it's going to actually be when I do go into labour. I think a part of me is feeling quite detached from it now, because it's been such a waiting game, because it's it just feels like, is it really going to happen? And I know it has to happen, which is just bizarre, but I just feel really detached. I don't think I'll believe it's really happening until it's actually happening, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell for now. 40 weeks tomorrow. I will keep you updated, and hopefully there won't be a 41-week video update. Please come out before then, baby boy. See you later, everyone. Bye.